This is my Thanksgiving special. It's written by me, and I guess you could say this is like compensation for not having a Halloween special. Anyways, let's begin our story. Past 1621. It was February. John. He was cutting down trees for firewood in the forest. His life was miserable. His comrades died of disease, and he was hungry. He continued to chop the tree until it was merely a stump. Then he heard a crack in the distance. John didn't care and proceeded to cut the wood into smaller pieces to burn. He heard another crack and still didn't care. Then he heard a grunt. John got interested and got closer to where the sound came from. Present, November 24th. Jeff Elliott's my name. I'm a historian studying pilgrims' lives. Recently, I found an exciting discovery. I found it in Massachusetts during a hike with my colleagues. It was found when we stumbled upon an object near a group of bushes. We thought it was a rock until we saw deep holes in the front. We realized it was a skull, and we found two more next to it. We thought it might be a case of possible homicide, but the skulls were too damaged and seemed too old. We later called some scientists who found out that it was over 300 years old. Later, we set up a camp with tents to see if we could find any more possible relations to those three skulls. We didn't find anything else for the rest of the day, but that night I heard some strange sounds. At first, I heard a few twigs snap, and I didn't care because I thought it was just a raccoon or some other small creature. I didn't mind until I heard a grunt and a few more grunts. I got interested and peeked outside our tent and saw nothing. I fell asleep later and didn't hear any more grunts. November 25th. My colleagues and I continued on our trek to find any more evidence with possible relations to the three skulls. While we were looking for evidence, we were exploring the forest and found a rundown wooden cabin. We decided to go in and found a possible relation. There was an axe and a set of clothes on a pile of dead grass. We concluded that it was a thief among the pilgrim who killed for the other pilgrim's resources and got rid of his clothes to get rid of the evidence of those bloodstained clothes. So the case was closed. Case. Sorry. Then I heard the grunting sound I heard yesterday. I looked around and saw nothing. We recorded our information and then left the cabin to go back to camp. On our way back to camp, I saw something that looked like a black bear, except it was larger, and it turned its attention to me. It also had glowing red eyes that were staring right at me. I decided to tell my colleagues, but they told me they saw nothing, and when I looked back at the spot where I saw it, nothing was there. I thought I was seeing things. Anyways, we packed up our stuff and returned to our homes that evening. Later that evening, I had dinner with my wife and two sons. As I ate, I heard what sounded like the trash cans falling. I decided to check it out by looking out the window. It was the bear from earlier. I got scared and fell down. When I looked out again, there was nothing. November 26th, Thanksgiving. Today is Thanksgiving, the scariest day of my life. It started off in the morning when I was preparing the turkey for Thanksgiving dinner, while my wife was watching our two kids in the park. Then I suddenly heard a grunt, the same grunt from 2 days prior. I looked behind, and there it was, the huge black bear, with glowing red eyes. The bear's grunts became a roar, and it approached me. Its mouth opened, and then it bit my balls on the ankle balls. The pain felt like a chainsaw as I screamed in pain. Then the bear just seemed to disappear into thin air. I also noticed that the bite marks, pain on my ankle balls disappeared. It was indeed strange. The rest of the day went fine until the evening. After we finished dinner, my kids were scared because they heard a grunting and roaring sound. I realized it was the bear. Being the no nonsense parent I went to the basement, as that's where most sound comes from, even though I knew I was in danger. When I got down the stairs, it was a big mess. Christmas decorations were all over the place, and there was blood. There I saw it, its glowing red eyes. I got scared and tried to run back up to the main floor, but the creature just ran towards me and mauled me. It slashed me on the torso and ripped out a huge chunk of flesh. I screamed in pain, and then it went black. November 26th. I woke up and I'm in a bed in the middle of the woods somehow. I got out and saw something, a tombstone. It read, Jeff Elliott, died on November 26th. I realized that I'm a ghost. Then I saw the bear and three other men. The bear with glowing red eyes said, Looks like you're here for Thanksgiving dinner. The end. Anyways, guys, this is my poorly written Thanksgiving special because I didn't have too much time. I'm sorry. Anyways, uh, happy Thanksgiving. And if you're not watching this on Thanksgiving, happy good day or whatever holiday you celebrate. Anyways, I'll keep. Sorry, I'm truly talking. Stay tuned and watch for more content on Wednesdays or Thursdays because I'm a busy person, so I might not post soon. Anyways, I'll see you later. The end.